Many of us find ourselves caught in a constant struggle when it comes to managing and multiplying our wealth. No matter how hard we work, it seems like money remains elusive, slipping through our fingers or barely stretching to meet our needs. You've probably felt the frustration of watching others seemingly attract wealth with ease, while you wonder why your own financial growth feels stuck or stagnant. It's as if there's an invisible barrier preventing you from experiencing the abundance that should be yours. This feeling of disconnection from money, of always being in a cycle of just enough or even less, is something many people experience. But what if I told you that one powerful affirmation could completely shift your mindset and energy every time you touch money? What if the act of simply declaring abundance each time you handle your finances could open the floodgates for wealth to flow into your life? Wealth is not just about numbers in a bank account, it's a spiritual energy that flows to those who align with it. Florence Scovel Shinn, a trailblazer in the realm of manifestation and divine law, understood this truth deeply. Her teachings focus on the idea that our thoughts, words, and beliefs shape the reality we live in, and that includes our financial reality. By aligning our energy with the flow of abundance, we tap into an unlimited source of wealth that the universe is always ready to provide. Through the practice of a single affirmation, you can begin to shift your relationship with money. The key is to believe in your worthiness and in the power of your words. This simple practice will not only transform your mindset, but also your financial destiny. Type, "I am open to multiplying my wealth" in the comments to begin your journey of abundance today. Words are not merely sounds or symbols, they are creative forces that shape and mold our reality. Florence Scovel Shinn understood this fundamental truth deeply. She taught that every word we speak carries an immense spiritual and energetic powers. Words are not just ways of communicating, they are the architects of the world we experience. The universe is always listening to our words, and it responds by creating the reality we speak into existence. This is particularly true when it comes to our financial lives. Shinn's teachings focus on the idea that we have the power to create wealth through our words. The words we speak about money, prosperity, and abundance have a direct impact on our financial reality. Whether we realize it or not, we are constantly affirming our financial state with the language we use. When we speak negatively about money, whether it's saying "I'll never get ahead," "there's never enough," or "money doesn't come easily to me," we are reinforcing a belief system rooted in scarcity and limitation. These words become a self-fulfilling prophecy, keeping us trapped in a cycle of lack. However, when we choose to speak words of abundance, prosperity, and possibility, we open the door to new opportunities, new mindsets, and ultimately new wealth. Shinn emphasized that by speaking affirmations, especially those related to money, we shift our energy and align our lines with the flow of divine abundance. The simple act of affirming wealth, prosperity, and success begins to reshape our internal belief system, which in turn transforms our external reality. The power of words lies in their ability to influence not just our thoughts, but also our emotions, actions, and outcomes. Our thoughts create the foundation for our emotional state, and our emotions drive our actions. When we speak words of abundance, we are setting the stage for a positive emotional shift. This shift in emotions leads to empowered actions that align with wealth-building opportunities. For example, when you speak affirmations of abundance, you are essentially planting seeds of possibility in your mind. These seeds begin to grow, changing the way you feel about money. As a result, you begin to act from a place of confidence and possibility, making decisions that open doors to financial growth. On the other hand, when we speak words of fear, scarcity, or doubt, we are literally blocking the flow of wealth. Fear-based language keeps us stuck in a mindset of limitation. It paralyzes us, prevents us from taking risks, and makes us hesitant to embrace opportunities. This is why it's so important to be mindful of the words we use, especially when it comes to our financial circumstances. If you constantly speak of financial hardship, struggle, or limitation, your subconscious mind begins to accept these beliefs as true. Over time, this belief system creates a reality where money is always a challenge. One of the most transformative practices that Florence Scovel Shinn recommended was the use of affirmations. She taught that speaking abundance into existence is not just wishful thinking, it is a declaration of faith and alignment with the flow of divine prosperity. When you say something like, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly," you are declaring your openness to receiving wealth. You are affirming that wealth is already on its way to you, and you are ready to embrace it. This affirmation shifts your energy from lack to abundance, opening your mind and heart to new financial possibilities. It also shifts your perception of money. Instead of seeing it as something hard to get or out of reach, you begin to see it as an easy flow that comes naturally to you. This shift in perception is key to manifesting wealth. When you change the way you perceive money, you change the way you interact with it, and this inevitably impacts the financial results you experience. The beauty of affirmations is that they are simple but powerful. You don't have to be an expert in manifestation or spend hours meditating to experience their benefits. A single, positive affirmation can transform your energy and open the floodgates of abundance. The more you speak these affirmations, the more you align your thoughts with your desired outcome. Over time, this leads to a powerful shift in your financial reality. The key to unlocking wealth is shifting from fear-based language to abundant, empowering language. The difference between the two can drastically affect your financial life. When you speak negatively about money, you are affirming limiting beliefs that keep you stuck. For example, when you say, "I don't have enough money to do this," or "money is hard to come by," you are reinforcing a mindset of scarcity. You are setting up barriers that make it difficult for wealth to flow into your life. Contrast this with affirmations like "money flows to me easily and abundantly," or "I am worthy of unlimited wealth and success." These affirmations align you with the energy of abundance. When you say these words, you are inviting wealth into your life. You are declaring that money is your ally, that it is a natural part of your existence, and that there is always more where it came from. The more you speak these words, the more they begin to sink into your subconscious mind, reprogramming your beliefs about money. As you replace fear-based language with affirmations of abundance, you begin to notice a shift in your energy. Your emotions change, and you start to feel more confident and capable of attracting wealth. This emotional shift leads to empowered action, taking the steps necessary to create the financial life you desire. Many people have used the power of words, and specifically affirmations, to completely change their financial situations. One such story is that of Emily, a woman who had always struggled with debt and financial insecurity. No matter how hard she worked, it seemed like her bills always outpaced her income. She had a deep belief that money was always a struggle, and this belief was preventing her from ever experiencing financial peace. One day, Emily came across Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings and was struck by the idea that her words were the key to changing her financial reality. She started using the affirmation, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly," every day, especially when she handled money. She said it when paying her bills, when receiving a paycheck, and when making any financial decision. At first, Emily was skeptical, but she decided to keep using the affirmation with conviction. Within just a few weeks, Emily began to notice a shift. Her anxiety about money started to fade, and she found herself attracting new opportunities. A friend invited her to join a new business venture, which eventually became a successful source of income. Emily also received an unexpected raise at work, and she began to manage her finances with a newfound sense of ease and confidence. Her once stressful financial situation was transformed because she chose to speak abundance into existence and align her energy with the flow of wealth. Emily's story is just one example of how the simple practice of affirming abundance can lead to miraculous financial shifts. By consistently using the affirmation, she reprogrammed her thoughts about money and began attracting opportunities that matched her new beliefs. One of the most powerful times to use affirmations is every time you touch money. Whether you are receiving money, spending it, or paying bills, use this as an opportunity to declare abundance. As you hold money in your hands, say out loud, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly." This simple practice helps you align with the energy of wealth in those small moments, which over time creates a significant impact on your financial reality. The more you repeat this affirmation, the more your mindset shifts to one of abundance and flow. You will begin to see money not as something to fear or hoard, but as something that is always available to you, circulating freely in your life. Now it's time to put this into practice. Say it out loud, "Money flows to me easily and abundantly." Type it in the comments and feel the shift that happens within you. Each time you declare these words, you align yourself with abundance, and the universe begins to respond. Remember, The power of words is undeniable. Speak abundance, and you will see it manifest in your life. Your words create your world. Speak wisely, and speak abundantly. Money is an energy, a force that flows, moves, and can be directed by our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. We have all heard the phrase, money is the root of all evil, but Florence Scovel Shinn taught us something far more empowering. Money is a tool, and it is meant to serve us. The key to unlocking the full flow of wealth in your life is understanding that money is your servant and you are its master. Today, we are going to focus on a powerful affirmation that can transform your financial reality. Money is my servant, and I am its master. It flows to me freely, easily, and abundantly. This affirmation is more than just a positive statement. It's a tool for shifting your energy, aligning you with the flow of abundance, and teaching you how to manage your financial situation from a place of power. Let's break down each part of this affirmation and understand how it works to transform your financial life. The first part of this affirmation is both empowering and liberating. Money is my servant, and I am its master. The typical belief most people have about money is that money controls them. They feel like they are always chasing it, always working harder to earn it, always struggling to make ends meet. This mindset comes from a place of lack and scarcity. When we believe that money is something we must chase or fight for, we give away our power. But this affirmation flips that belief on its head. By declaring that money is your servant, you are acknowledging that you have control over how money comes into your life. Money is meant to serve you, not the other way around. This is an incredibly empowering shift. You are the one who decides how money flows, how it is used, and how much of it you allow into your life. When you claim your role as the master of money, you are taking full responsibility for your financial life. You are saying that money works for you, not the other way around. This shift in mindset is transformational. It places you in the driver's seat of your financial reality. This declaration frees you from the belief that money is scarce or out of your reach. You are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. Instead, you know that you have the power to create, manage, and control the flow of money into your life. The moment you say, I am the master of money, you are aligning your energy with empowerment and abundance. Now that you've taken your place as the master of money, the next part of this affirmation focuses on how money flows into your life. It flows to me freely, easily, and abundantly. This part of the affirmation emphasizes that money is not something that should be hard to obtain or difficult to manage. Money flows easily when you are aligned with the energy of abundance. When you declare that money flows to you freely, you are acknowledging that there is no resistance in your relationship with money. You are open to receiving it from any source, in any amount, without struggle or strain. Shinn taught that wealth is a spiritual energy, and like any energy, it flows freely and abundantly to those who are open to receiving it. When you believe that money can come to you freely and easily, you remove the blocks of scarcity and fear that often prevent wealth from flowing into your life. This part of the affirmation is about aligning your energy with the natural flow of prosperity, knowing that the universe is always supplying everything you need. The more you repeat this affirmation, the more your mindset shifts. You begin to see opportunities everywhere. Money starts to flow to you in unexpected ways. Perhaps you receive an unexpected bonus, a new business opportunity appears, or you find creative ways to save and earn more. When you believe that money flows freely and easily, you open yourself to receiving it in ways you hadn't considered before. Now let's focus on the word abundantly. Abundance is the opposite of scarcity. It's the idea that there is always enough money, enough opportunities, enough resources. Scarcity-based thinking often makes us feel like money is limited, that we must compete for it, or that it's difficult to acquire. But the abundance mindset teaches us that money, like all energy, is limitless. By repeating the affirmation, it flows to me freely, easily, and abundantly, you are reminding yourself that there is an endless supply of wealth available to you. Money is not a finite resource. It is a renewable, infinite energy that flows in and out of your life, continuously replenished. When you align yourself with this truth, you attract more. The more you believe that money is abundant, the more it will show up in your life. Contrast this abundance mindset with the scarcity-based thinking that keeps many people stuck in financial struggle. Scarcity-based thinking tells you that there is never enough. It keeps you in a state of fear and doubt, and these emotions block the flow of prosperity. But when you speak the affirmation of abundance, you shift your thinking to one of openness and trust. You move from a place of fear to one of faith, trusting that the universe is abundant and that money flows to you effortlessly. This affirmation is powerful because it works in both big and small financial situations. Whether you're dealing with a major financial decision or simply paying your bills, this affirmation aligns you with abundance. For example, when you face a large financial challenge, you might feel overwhelmed or fearful about how you'll manage. But by repeating the affirmation, you are shifting from worry to trust. Instead of thinking, "I can't afford this," or "I'll never be able to pay this off," you replace those thoughts with, "Money is my servant, and I am its master. It flows to me freely, easily, and abundantly." This simple shift in mindset changes the energy around the situation, and opportunities to resolve the financial challenge begin to present themselves. On a smaller scale, when you handle money, whether you're paying for groceries, buying a coffee, or receiving a paycheck, this affirmation can immediately change your energy. Rather than thinking, "I don't have enough," you start to see these small moments as opportunities to align with abundance. By declaring, "Money flows to me freely, easily, and abundantly," you invite more money into your life, and you start to feel more confident about your financial decisions. When you use this affirmation, you are choosing to align with an abundance mindset. The key difference between a scarcity mindset and an abundance mindset is how you view money and the flow of wealth. In a scarcity mindset, you view money as something that is limited or hard to get. You may feel anxious about spending or investing money because you fear running out. In contrast, an abundance mindset sees money as an abundant, circulating energy. You are confident that money is always available to you, and you approach financial situations with optimism and ease. When you declare, "Money is my servant, and I am its master. It flows to me freely, easily, and abundantly," you are actively choosing to align with the flow of abundance, releasing all fear and doubt. Now it's time to put this affirmation into practice. Write this down. "Money is my servant, and I am its master. It flows to me freely, easily, and abundantly." Type it in the comments and commit to using this affirmation every time you touch money. Whether you're paying bills, receiving income, or simply holding cash in your hand, declare your mastery over money and watch how it begins to flow freely into your life. This affirmation will not only shift your energy but also change your financial reality. Declare your abundance, align with the natural flow of wealth, and experience the transformation that follows. One of the most important principles in the realm of wealth manifestation is the law of circulation. This law is deeply embedded in the idea that money is energy, and just like any form of energy, it needs to circulate to flow freely and return to you. Imagine a river that runs smoothly when its water is allowed to flow. However, if the water becomes dammed up or blocked, it creates stagnation. In the same way, money must flow freely. It must be given and received in order to come back to you in abundance. Florence Scovel Shinn understood this universal law, and often emphasized that hoarding money or clinging to it in fear of loss creates a barrier to prosperity. When you hold on to money too tightly, believing that it is scarce or that you must protect it at all costs, you stop the natural circulation that ensures wealth continues to flow into your life. The truth is that money is a tool for circulation, an energy that flows freely when you allow it to. Whether you're spending, sharing, or investing, the act of circulating wealth with joy and gratitude invites more money into your life. In this way, the law of circulation works in harmony with the idea that what you give, you also receive. The more freely you circulate your wealth, the more it returns to you, multiplied. In this section, we will dive deep into the law of circulation and how you can apply it in your daily life to attract more wealth. We will contrast the mindset of hoarding money with the abundance mindset of circulating wealth, and how affirming abundance in your life can increase the flow of prosperity. Money, in its essence, is energy. It is a form of exchange that represents value, and just like any other energy, it needs to be allowed to circulate. The law of circulation teaches us that money must flow from one hand to another, from one place to another, for it to grow and come back to us. The key is to allow it to flow freely, without fear or resistance. When we hold on to money too tightly, fearing that it will run out, we block its natural flow. This behavior comes from a scarcity mindset, the belief that there isn't enough to go around, and that we need to cling to what we have for fear of losing it. In Shinn's teachings, she emphasizes that fear-based thoughts about money create energetic blocks. When you hold on tightly to your wealth, you are sending out an energy of fear and limitation, and in return, the universe mirrors that back to you by keeping wealth at a distance. In contrast, when you circulate your wealth freely, you are opening the flow of abundance. The more you give, the more you receive. This is the natural flow of prosperity. It could be through spending money on things you need, sharing with others, or investing in opportunities that will create even more wealth. This act of circulation creates an energetic cycle that not only attracts more money, but it also creates a sense of joy and empowerment in your financial life. The fear of loss is one of the primary reasons why people hold on to money too tightly. This fear stems from the belief that there is not enough, a core belief that keeps people trapped in a cycle of scarcity. When we fear losing money, we stop the flow of energy, and instead of welcoming wealth, we push it away. Hoarding money is a subconscious belief that says, if I let go of this money, I won't have enough. It's a belief that we don't trust the universe's supply and that we must act as if resources are limited. This mindset can come from various sources: cultural conditioning, personal experiences with lack, or even deep-seated fears of inadequacy. But the truth is, money is an infinite resource that flows abundantly to those who believe in its endless supply. Florence Scovel Shinn often said, money is a means of circulation. It is a spiritual energy. When you cling to money, you are essentially blocking that energy. Instead of allowing the flow, you create stagnation, and wealth can't come back to you in greater amounts. The shift here is moving from fear of loss to trust in the flow. By consciously choosing to circulate your wealth, you are telling the universe, I trust in the abundance that flows to me, and I know that as I give, I will receive even more. This act of trust opens the gates to an even greater flow of financial abundance. The alternative to hoarding is circulating wealth freely. This mindset is rooted in the belief that money is meant to be used, not hoarded. When you spend money with gratitude, or when you invest it with the intention of creating value, you are participating in the flow of abundance. Whether it's through buying goods or services, investing in yourself, or contributing to others, you are actively participating in the circle of circulation. In Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings, she often spoke about the importance of spending with joy and gratitude. When you spend or share money, do it with the awareness that it is flowing freely to you and from you. Money loves to be spent and circulated, and the more you circulate it with a sense of joy and abundance, the more it will come back to you. The affirmation, I circulate my wealth freely, and it returns multiplied, is a powerful tool to align your energy with the law of circulation. When you say this affirmation, you are declaring your trust in the flow of abundance. You are affirming that you are not afraid to spend, share, or invest your wealth, because you understand that money flows back to you. By using this affirmation consistently, you shift your mindset from one of fear and scarcity to one of abundance and trust. When you handle money, say the affirmation, I circulate my wealth freely, and it returns multiplied. Whether you're paying for groceries, buying something you need, or donating to a cause, say this affirmation to remind yourself that money is a tool for circulation. As you declare this with faith, you open up the channels of wealth, and money starts flowing back to you. The more you practice this, the more you will see opportunities for wealth, both large and small, coming into your life. Take the story of Anna, a woman who struggled with her finances for years. She lived paycheck to paycheck, and no matter how hard she worked, it seemed like money never stayed in her bank account for long. Anna was caught in a cycle of hoarding money and always worrying about not having enough. She saved every penny she could, but her fear of losing money kept her stuck in financial struggle. One day, Anna came across Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings and decided to try something different. She began to use the affirmation, I circulate my wealth freely, and it returns multiplied. At first she felt uncertain, but she decided to commit to circulating her wealth with joy and gratitude. She started by buying things that brought her happiness, new clothes that made her feel good, investing in a course she had been wanting to take, and even donating to her local charity. Within a few months, Anna noticed a dramatic shift in her financial situation. Not only did she receive unexpected opportunities, a freelance gig that paid well, an unexpected raise at her job, and an investment she made paying off, but she also started feeling more empowered and peaceful about money. Her mindset had shifted from one of fear to one of trust in the flow. As she continued to use the affirmation, her life continued to open up, and her financial situation improved in ways she never imagined. Now, it's your turn to align with the flow of abundance. Say it with me: I circulate my wealth freely, and it returns multiplied. Type it in the comments and start circulating your wealth today. Whether you're paying bills, making an investment, or sharing with others, remember that money is meant to circulate. The more freely you circulate it, the more it will return to you, multiply. By applying the law of circulation in your life, you not only open the flow of wealth, but you also align yourself with the spiritual law of abundance. Trust that as you circulate your wealth, it will return to you multiplied, bringing even more opportunities for prosperity. Start today and watch how your financial reality transforms. One of the most powerful and liberating laws in the realm of wealth manifestation is the law of supply. It teaches us a profound truth: there is an infinite supply of wealth available to everyone. This law invites us to recognize that the universe is abundant, overflowing with resources, opportunities, and prosperity. Yet, despite this fundamental truth, many people still live as though money is a scarce resource forever out of their reach. The law of supply challenges us to shift our mindset from limitation and scarcity to abundance and limitless possibility. It shows us that money is not finite. It is not something that can run out. Instead, wealth is a constant flow, always available to those who are open and ready to receive it. The key to unlocking this flow lies in understanding and aligning with the infinite supply that the universe offers. In this section, we will explore how fear of scarcity traps people in financial struggles and how embracing the law of supply can free us to live in a state of continuous abundance. We will also discuss how the affirmation, "The universe is my source, and there is an unlimited supply of wealth available to me," aligns us with the law of supply, helping us to transform our financial realities by shifting our mindset from lack to limitless abundance. For most people, the idea of scarcity is a deeply ingrained belief. Many of us were taught from an early age that money doesn't grow on trees, or that there's only so much to go around. These beliefs about money create a scarcity mindset, which can have a profound impact on our financial lives. When we operate under the assumption that there isn't enough, we become fearful. Fear of not having enough leads to clinging to money and hoarding it, which in turn stifles the natural flow of wealth. The scarcity mindset tells us that resources are limited, that if someone else is getting more, there is less for us. This belief not only causes anxiety and stress, but also keeps us trapped in a cycle of lack. We may work hard, try to save, or cut back on spending, but no matter how much effort we put in, it never seems like we can break free from the feeling of financial struggle. Florence Scovel Shinn understood that this belief in scarcity was one of the greatest obstacles to financial freedom. She emphasized that the universe does not work according to the laws of scarcity. It works on the principles of unlimited supply and infinite abundance. The moment we let go of the belief that money is limited, we open ourselves to the vast, unlimited supply that the universe is always ready to provide. The law of supply teaches us that wealth is not a finite resource. There is an infinite flow of wealth available to us. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, is always supplying what we need, whether it's money, opportunities, or resources, if we align ourselves with it. Think about a river. When a river is allowed to flow freely, it has no end, and it brings life to everything in its path. The water in the river does not diminish because it flows continuously from its source. Similarly, the supply of wealth in the universe is infinite. It is a continuous flow that is always available. Wealth does not run out, and there is no limit to how much you can receive. When you understand this truth, you stop worrying about the lack of money and begin to see money as energy, a flow that is available to you whenever you need it. Money is always moving, always circulating, and always available to those who are aligned with the flow. The more you believe in the unlimited supply of wealth, the more you will begin to attract it into your life. The truth is, there is more than enough for everyone. The universe has an infinite supply of resources, and it is always in motion. When you embrace this truth and trust that there is always more than enough, you become a magnet for wealth. This is the essence of the law of supply. When you align with the flow of abundance, you allow wealth to come to you without resistance. The affirmation, "The universe is my source, and there is an unlimited supply of wealth available to me," is a powerful tool for aligning your mindset with the law of supply. This simple statement shifts your belief system from scarcity to abundance. It is a declaration that you trust the universe as your ultimate source of wealth, and that there is no shortage of opportunities, resources, or finances available to you. When you use this affirmation consistently, it reprograms your subconscious mind to align with the truth that wealth is unlimited. You begin to trust in the constant flow of abundance, knowing that what is meant for you will always find its way. The more you repeat the affirmation, the more your mindset begins to shift. You begin to see opportunities for financial growth where you once saw obstacles. The affirmation also reinforces your worthiness. When you say, "There is an unlimited supply of wealth available to me," you are reminding yourself that you are worthy of abundance. The universe is your source, and you are always supported. This belief fosters a deep sense of trust in the abundance that is already on its way to you. When you repeat the affirmation, "The universe is my source, and there is an unlimited supply of wealth available to me," you are choosing to shift from a scarcity mindset to an abundance mindset. This shift is one of the most powerful changes you can make in your financial life. In the scarcity mindset, you are always focused on what you don't have. You see financial opportunities as limited, and you are constantly worried about running out of money. The fear of not having enough can keep you stuck in a cycle of lack, where you are always focused on survival rather than thriving. In contrast, the abundance mindset recognizes that there is always enough. Money is a flow of energy that is constantly circulating, and when you align with that flow, you become a part of it. The abundance mindset opens you up to unlimited possibilities, knowing that wealth is available in infinite supply. When you adopt this mindset, you are no longer afraid of losing money because you know that the flow of abundance is endless. Let me share the story of Richard, a man who lived with a deep belief in scarcity. He grew up with the mindset that there was never enough money, that rich people were lucky, and that he would always have to work hard just to get by. Richard's financial reality mirrored this belief. Despite working long hours at his job, he was constantly stressed about money. He was in debt and never felt like he was getting ahead. One day, Richard came across Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings and decided to try using affirmations. He began saying, "The universe is my source, and there is an unlimited supply of wealth available to me." At first, Richard didn't feel any different, but he kept repeating the affirmation every day. Over time, he noticed a subtle shift in his mindset. He stopped worrying about scarcity and started feeling more confident in his ability to attract wealth. He also started noticing new opportunities at work, and one of his side projects led to an unexpected financial breakthrough. Richard's story shows how a small shift in mindset can lead to big financial changes. By embracing the law of supply and trusting in the unlimited flow of wealth, he moved from a place of fear and limitation to one of abundance and opportunity. Now it's your turn to shift your mindset and align with the flow of unlimited wealth. Repeat after me. "The universe is my source, and there is an unlimited supply of wealth available to me." Type it in the comments and align yourself with the infinite flow of abundance. The more you declare this affirmation, the more you will see the flow of wealth increase in your life. Remember, the universe is always providing. There is an endless supply of wealth available to you. Trust in the abundance that surrounds you, and watch how your financial reality transforms. Start today, and let the law of supply work in your favor. The law of expectancy is one of the most powerful laws of manifestation. It states that what we expect is what we receive. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds to the energy we put out. If you expect abundance, prosperity, and success, the universe will deliver it to you. If you expect a struggle, limitation, and scarcity, those are the experiences that will manifest. Expectation is the force that aligns your vibration with your desires, creating a vibrational match between what you want and what you are prepared to receive. Expectation is essentially faith in action. It is the belief that what you desire is already on its way and that you are ready to receive it. Expectancy is not passive, it is a powerful energy of receiving. When you expect something, you prepare yourself to receive it, opening up pathways for it to enter your life. Expectation is an energetic signal you send out into the universe, and just like a magnet, it attracts what you believe and feel you deserve. In this section, we will dive deep into how expectation and faith work together to bring your desires to life, especially when it comes to wealth and abundance. We will also explore how the affirmation of expecting wealth helps you align your energy with the flow of prosperity, making it easier to receive. Finally, we will see how people who embraced expectancy attracted financial opportunities beyond their wildest dreams. At the core of the law of expectancy is the understanding that the universe mirrors your beliefs and expectations. Whether you realize it or not, you are always broadcasting an energy that the universe responds to. This energy can be either positive or negative, depending on your mindset and beliefs about wealth and abundance. If you expect money to be hard to come by, if you believe that financial success is reserved for the lucky few, you will find that wealth seems elusive. You may experience opportunities that don't quite work out, or you may find that no matter how hard you try, you just can't get ahead. This happens because your energy and vibration are not aligned with abundance, they are aligned with scarcity and limitation. However, when you expect wealth and believe that financial abundance is yours for the taking, you align yourself with the energy of prosperity. Expectancy creates a vibrational match between you and your desires. When you expect money to flow to you easily, you begin to notice opportunities you may have once overlooked. You are open to receiving wealth, and the universe responds by bringing you exactly what you expect. This is why expectation is so powerful. It creates the energetic conditions that allow abundance to manifest. Expectation is deeply connected to faith. In many ways, expectation is simply faith in action. When you expect wealth, you are demonstrating faith that the universe will provide. Faith is the inner knowing that what you desire is already on its way to you. Even when you can't see it yet, it is the certainty that your desires will manifest in perfect timing. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that faith is the key to unlocking abundance. Faith opens the door to receiving, while doubt keeps it closed. When you expect something, you believe that it is already on its way. This belief allows you to receive it with open arms. When you expect wealth, you stop waiting for it to happen. You act as if it has already arrived. This is the power of faith in action. It sends out a signal to the universe that you are ready, willing, and deserving of abundance. Expectation is also trusting the process. It is knowing that the universe always delivers what is best for you. It is trusting that even if you don't see immediate results, what you expect is already on its way. Expectation reinforces your faith that the universe is working on your behalf, even behind the scenes. The affirmation, "I expect wealth to flow to me effortlessly," is a powerful tool for aligning your energy with the flow of prosperity. When you repeat this affirmation, you are declaring that wealth is already on its way to you. You are signaling to the universe that you are ready and willing to receive abundance. This affirmation helps you move from a place of waiting to a place of expecting. Using this affirmation consistently shifts your mindset from lack to abundance. It reprograms your subconscious mind to expect good things to come into your life, especially regarding money. As you speak the affirmation, visualize the flow of wealth entering your life effortlessly. Feel the emotions of receiving, excitement, gratitude, joy, and allow that energy to radiate outwards. The more you expect wealth, the more you open yourself to receiving it. The act of expecting wealth and repeating the affirmation is a form of alignment. Your thoughts, emotions, and energy all come into harmony with your desires. The universe does not have to guess what you want. It responds directly to what you are sending out. Expectancy sets the vibrational frequency of your desires and attracts them into your reality. Faith and expectation work together to create an unstoppable force of manifestation. Faith is the internal knowing that your desires are already yours, and expectation is the outward expression of that knowing. When you have faith that wealth is already on its way, you begin to expect it, and when you expect something, you take action in alignment with your belief. A perfect example of how faith and expectation work together comes from Sarah, a woman who struggled with money for years. No matter what she did, it seemed like she could never break free from financial stress. One day, she decided to make a change. She began using the affirmation, "I expect wealth to flow to me effortlessly," every day, and she said it with faith, believing it was already true for her. At first, Sarah's circumstances didn't change immediately, but her mindset did. She began to see opportunities where she had once seen only obstacles. Her confidence grew, and she began to make smarter financial decisions. Within a few weeks, Sarah received a job offer with a higher salary than she had imagined possible. She also started receiving unexpected income from a side project she had been working on. Sarah's story shows how faith and expectation go hand in hand. By believing in her worthiness of wealth and expecting abundance, she attracted new opportunities into her life. This shift in her mindset led to real, tangible financial growth. When you expect wealth, you become receptive to financial opportunities. The law of expectancy works in tandem with the law of attraction. What you expect is what you attract. If you expect opportunities to come your way, you will notice them when they do. The more you expect abundance, the more you will see evidence of it in your life. People who have embraced the law of expectancy often report that wealth seems to find them effortlessly. They no longer have to chase opportunities. Opportunities come to them because their energy is aligned with expectation. When you expect wealth, you attract financial growth through ideas, investments, opportunities, and the support of others. In the case of David, a man who had always struggled to make ends meet, his experience with the law of expectancy was nothing short of miraculous. David had spent most of his life feeling that money was something out of his reach. He was constantly struggling to pay bills and get ahead. But after learning about the law of expectancy, David began using the affirmation, "I expect wealth to flow to me effortlessly." Within a month, David's life started to change. He found new opportunities to make money through side projects he hadn't considered before. He also received an unexpected raise at work, and even found new ways to save and invest. His financial situation shifted dramatically. Because he had embraced the energy of expectation, he trusted that wealth was already on its way to him, and the universe responded accordingly. Now it's time for you to put this into practice. Say it with me. I expect wealth to flow to me effortlessly. Type it in the comments and feel the shift that happens within you. Expecting abundance is a vibrational match for wealth. As you repeat this affirmation daily, you align your energy with the flow of prosperity, and wealth begins to flow into your life. Remember, expectation is the key to receiving. When you expect, you create the energetic conditions for wealth to appear in your life. Trust in your ability to receive, and let the universe deliver the abundance that is already on its way to you. One of the most profound principles in the realm of wealth manifestation is the law of gratitude. Gratitude is the key that unlocks the door to more wealth, more opportunities, and more prosperity. It's a universal law that can be applied in every aspect of life, not just for manifesting wealth, but for increasing every type of abundance. The simple act of being grateful for what you already have creates an energetic magnet for more. It's as if the universe, seeing your gratitude, responds by sending even more blessings your way. Florence Scovel Shinn, a pioneer of wealth, manifestation, and spiritual law, taught that gratitude is one of the most powerful forces for attracting wealth. She understood that when we focus on the abundance we already have, we align ourselves with the energy of prosperity. Gratitude raises our vibration, making us more receptive to receiving. It turns our attention away from what is lacking and focuses it on the wealth and blessings we already have. This shift in focus opens the door to more, allowing the flow of prosperity to continue. In this section, we will explore how the law of gratitude acts as a magnet for more wealth, how the affirmation "I am grateful for the wealth in my life, and more is coming" ties into this law, and how we can apply this principle to transform our financial reality. We will see how practical examples of gratitude can create a powerful shift in your financial life, making it easier to manifest more wealth and abundance. The energy of gratitude is one of the highest vibrations you can maintain. Gratitude is an energetic frequency that resonates with abundance, prosperity, and positive manifestation. The more grateful you are, the higher your vibration, which makes it easier for the universe to send you more of what you desire. When you are grateful for the money you already have, no matter how much or how little, it signals to the universe that you are open and ready to receive more. Gratitude works as a vibrational match for wealth. It's a signal to the universe that you trust the process and that you are ready to receive. When you feel thankful for your current wealth, you align yourself with the energy of abundance. As a result, more wealth starts to flow into your life because the universe responds to the vibration you put out. Shinn taught that wealth is a spiritual energy, and gratitude is the key to unlocking this energy. By expressing gratitude, you raise your frequency to align with the abundance available to you. Gratitude serves as a magnet for more prosperity. It invites more opportunities, more financial success, and more joy into your life. The more you express thanks for the wealth you have, the more the universe will provide. The affirmation, "I am grateful for the wealth in my life, and more is coming," is a simple but powerful tool for aligning your energy with the law of gratitude. When you speak these words, you are not only expressing gratitude for the wealth you have right now, but you are also opening the space for more abundance to flow into your life. By declaring that more is coming, you are setting the intention for continuous growth and expansion in your financial reality. This affirmation does two important things. It acknowledges what you already have. You are affirming that you are grateful for the wealth and resources you currently possess. This gratitude aligns your energy with the current flow of abundance in your life. It opens the door for more. By stating that more is coming, you are expecting the universe to continue to provide for you. This expectation aligns with the law of expectancy and sets the stage for wealth to flow into your life with ease. Every time you speak this affirmation, you are sending a powerful message to the universe that you are worthy of what you have, and that you are open to receiving even more. The more you say this affirmation, the more your energy aligns with abundance, and the more you will see it manifest in your life. One of the most profound aspects of the law of gratitude is that it creates space for more. When you express gratitude for what you already have, you are opening up the channels for more abundance to flow into your life. Think of your current wealth as a container. If the container is full of fear, worry, or lack, there is no room for more to come in. But when you fill that container with gratitude, you make space for more wealth, more opportunities, and more success. The practice of gratitude is an act of trust. It shows the universe that you are not focused on lack, but on the overflowing abundance that is already available to you. By being grateful for the money you already have, you are telling the universe that you trust that more will come, and that you are ready to receive. This creates a powerful cycle of giving and receiving. The more you express gratitude, the more you receive. Let's take a look at some real-life examples of how gratitude can transform your financial situation. Sarah's story. Sarah had always struggled with money. She worked hard, but it seemed like her efforts never paid off. She often found herself stressing about bills, worrying about not having enough, and feeling stuck in a cycle of financial struggle. One day, Sarah decided to try something different. She began practicing gratitude for everything she had: her job, her home, the small amount of money she had in her savings account. Each day, she spoke the affirmation, "I am grateful for the wealth in my life, and more is coming." At first, Sarah didn't notice much change, but she persisted. Over time, Sarah began to notice small shifts. Unexpected opportunities began to appear. She received a bonus at work, and she started finding new ways to save and invest. As Sarah's gratitude deepened, so did her financial situation. The more grateful she became, the more abundance flowed into her life. Her story shows how gratitude opened the space for new financial opportunities and increased prosperity. John's story. John had a successful business, but he was always worried about money. He constantly thought about how much he needed to make each month to keep up with expenses, and this stress was affecting his health and his relationships. After learning about the law of gratitude, John decided to try an experiment. Every time he received money, whether it was from his business, clients, or a side job, he would thank the universe for the wealth that had come to him. He began using the affirmation, "I am grateful for the wealth in my life, and more is coming." Over the next few months, John noticed a dramatic shift. He felt less stressed, and his business began to thrive. He became more open to new opportunities, and he started attracting new clients, which resulted in increased revenue. His story highlights the power of gratitude to transform not just financial abundance, but also the overall mindset and energy around wealth. When you practice gratitude, you are engaging in an energetic shift. You are choosing to focus on abundance rather than lack, expansion rather than contraction. This shift in energy affects everything in your life, including your finances. As you raise your vibration through gratitude, you become a magnet for wealth. By constantly affirming your gratitude for the wealth in your life and expecting more to come, you align yourself with the flow of prosperity. You are no longer worried about how or when the money will come. You trust that it will because you know that you are worthy of abundance. This trust allows you to act from a place of confidence rather than fear, which opens up new opportunities for financial growth. Now let's put this into practice. Say it with me. I am grateful for the wealth in my life, and more is coming. Type it in the comments and open the floodgates of abundance. Gratitude is the key to unlocking more wealth and opportunities in your life, and as you express your gratitude, more will flow to you. Remember, gratitude is not just about saying thank you, it's about truly feeling the energy of thankfulness and aligning yourself with the flow of abundance. The more you practice gratitude, the more wealth and opportunities will pour into your life. Start today and watch as your financial reality transforms before your eyes. In the world of manifestation and wealth creation, we often find ourselves caught in the rush of wanting things to happen right now. We may have a goal in mind, a financial aspiration, or a dream of wealth, and we want it to materialize as quickly as possible. However, one of the most powerful and liberating concepts that Florence Scovel Shinn taught is the law of divine timing. This law reminds us that wealth and opportunities come when they are meant to, not necessarily when we want them. The law of divine timing is about learning to trust that everything is happening at exactly the right moment, in perfect alignment with the universe's plan. The timing of financial success, opportunities, and wealth is not up to us, it is up to the divine order of the universe. When we learn to trust this divine timing, we open the doors for prosperity to manifest effortlessly. In this section, we will explore how impatience can block prosperity and how trusting divine timing allows us to surrender to the flow of abundance. We will also examine how using the affirmation, "I trust divine timing, and wealth flows to me at the perfect moment," can help you align with divine order, relieving you of the stress and anxiety about how and when wealth will arrive. Finally, we'll contrast the effects of impatience versus trusting the process and how learning to trust divine timing can bring ease and flow into your financial journey. We live in a world that is often governed by instant gratification. We are conditioned to expect quick results, whether it's through fast shipping, instant messaging, or immediate financial returns. While technology and modern life have made certain things faster, the process of manifestation, especially when it comes to wealth, does not work on our timeline. Divine timing teaches us that everything has a perfect moment for its manifestation. Whether you're waiting for a new job, an investment to pay off, or a business opportunity to unfold, you must trust that the universe knows the perfect timing for all things. In the realm of wealth, this means that the financial breakthrough you're seeking may come when the universe knows you are truly ready for it, not when you simply want it. Florence Scovel Shinn explained that the timing of abundance is not determined by our desires, but rather by divine law, and divine law operates in perfect order. This means that the universe does not make mistakes. If something is meant for you, it will arrive at the right time. Your role is to align with this truth and to trust the process, knowing that the universe has your best interests in mind. One of the greatest obstacles to receiving wealth is impatience. We live in a world that is used to getting things quickly, and when things don't happen on our schedule, we may start to feel anxious, frustrated, or even desperate. This impatience creates an energetic block, which can prevent the natural flow of prosperity. When you are impatient, you are operating from a place of fear and lack. You may worry that wealth won't come in time or that you're not doing enough to make it happen. This kind of energy sends out the message that you don't trust the process, and the universe responds by slowing down the flow of opportunities and abundance. Impatience is often rooted in the belief that time is limited, and that if something doesn't happen quickly, it may never happen. But the law of divine timing tells us that there is no rush. Wealth will come when you are aligned with the flow of the universe, when you are ready to receive it, and when the timing is perfect. When you learn to trust divine timing, you can release the pressure and the stress. Trusting the process means letting go of the need to control the timing of your financial success. Instead of worrying about when things will happen, you focus on being present and open to the flow of opportunities. This shift from impatience to trust eases the energetic resistance and allows abundance to come to you with ease. The affirmation, "I trust divine timing, and wealth flows to me at the perfect moment," is a powerful tool to help you release impatience and align with the perfect timing of the universe. By repeating this affirmation, you are acknowledging that you trust the process and that you are open to receiving wealth at the right time, the time when it will best serve you. This affirmation shifts your energy from one of fear and lack to one of trust and surrender. When you say these words, you are telling the universe that you release control over the how and when of your financial situation. You trust that the universe is guiding you toward the perfect opportunities and that everything will unfold in divine order. Incorporating this affirmation into your daily practice helps you stay aligned with the flow of abundance. Whether you are waiting for a financial opportunity to appear or you are working on a business project, this affirmation helps you release anxiety and trust that everything is happening at the right time. By affirming that you trust divine timing, you are sending a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive, without the pressure of needing it to happen right now. When it comes to wealth and manifestation, impatience can create a sense of urgency that drives you to act out of fear rather than faith. You may find yourself forcing opportunities, making impulsive financial decisions, or rushing into situations because you feel that time is running out. Impatience often leads to poor decisions or missed opportunities because it causes you to act out of alignment with your higher self and the flow of abundance. On the other hand, trusting divine timing allows you to move forward with confidence and peace of mind. You no longer have to chase after wealth or opportunities. Instead, you allow the universe to bring things to you in perfect timing. This doesn't mean you sit idly by. It means that you continue to take inspired action, but you do so with the understanding that everything is unfolding according to a higher plan. The key difference between impatience and trust lies in your energy. Impatience is rooted in fear, and fear blocks abundance. Trust, however, is rooted in faith, and faith allows wealth to flow effortlessly into your life. Let's take a look at David's story. David had always struggled with money. He worked hard, but it seemed like financial opportunities were always just out of reach. He had been waiting for a big breakthrough in his business, but nothing seemed to happen. Over time, David grew frustrated and began feeling like he was running out of time. He wanted financial success, but he couldn't seem to get there quickly enough. One day, David came across the teachings of Florence Scovel Shinn and learned about the law of divine timing. He realized that his impatience and fear of missing out had been blocking the flow of prosperity. He began using the affirmation, "I trust divine timing, and wealth flows to me at the perfect moment." At first, David didn't see any immediate changes, but he continued to use the affirmation every day. He began to trust that the opportunities he was waiting for would come at the right time. A few weeks later, an unexpected opportunity arose. An investment he had made years ago suddenly paid off, and he received a large sum of money. This wasn't a coincidence. It was the result of David aligning himself with the perfect timing of the universe. His willingness to trust the process and let go of his impatience created the conditions for wealth to flow to him. Now it's time to put this into practice. Say it with me. I trust divine timing, and wealth flows to me at the perfect moment. Type it in the comments and release control, allowing yourself to align with the flow of abundance. Trust that the universe is working in your favor, bringing opportunities and wealth to you at the right time. Remember, divine timing is a perfect, peaceful process. Trust it, and you will watch as wealth and prosperity flow to you with ease and grace. Start today and let go of the urgency. Wealth is on its way to you at the perfect moment. We've explored the profound wisdom of the divine laws that govern wealth: the law of circulation, the law of supply, the law of expectancy, the law of gratitude, and the law of divine timing. Each law has its unique power and plays a critical role in shaping your financial reality. But the real magic happens when you begin to integrate these laws into your daily life, making them a part of your every thought, every action, and every belief. This consistent practice will create an unshakable foundation for lasting prosperity. The truth is, manifesting wealth is not a one-time event. It is a way of life. The most successful individuals don't just believe in these principles, they live them. Every day, they wake up with the mindset that they are aligned with abundance and that the universe is constantly working on their behalf. They live as though wealth is already theirs, knowing that the flow of prosperity never stops and that it is always available to them. In this section, we will discuss how to consistently apply these divine principles in your daily life. We will provide practical tips for integrating the affirmations and teachings of the laws of circulation, supply, expectancy, gratitude, and divine timing, helping you align your energy with wealth and creating long-term financial success. These practices are simple but powerful, and when implemented regularly, they will transform your relationship with money and your overall financial experience. The key to manifestation is consistency. It's not enough to simply read or think about these laws from time to time. To experience lasting prosperity, you must make these laws a daily practice. Just as you wouldn't expect to see results from a workout routine if you only exercised once a month, you can't expect to manifest lasting wealth by using these principles only occasionally. Consistent application is essential. Start your day by committing to these laws. Begin with the affirmation, "I trust divine timing, and wealth flows to me at the perfect moment." By repeating this every morning, you align your mind with the truth that abundance is inevitable. Then, throughout the day, make it a point to incorporate the teachings of the laws of circulation, supply, expectancy, gratitude, and divine timing into your thoughts, words, and actions. The more you consistently apply these principles, the more naturally they will flow into your life. One of the most important principles to integrate into your daily life is the law of circulation. Money is meant to flow. It is an energy that needs to be given and received in order to multiply. Each time you receive money, whether it's through a paycheck, a gift, or an unexpected opportunity, be grateful and circulate that wealth in some way. This could be through spending on things that serve your well-being, investing in your personal growth, or sharing with others. You can start small by giving a portion of your income, or sharing your wealth in the form of time, support, or resources. By circulating wealth, you send out a signal to the universe that you trust the flow of abundance, and it will naturally flow back to you. The law of supply teaches us that there is an infinite supply of wealth available to us. But in order to tap into this unlimited supply, we must first believe that it exists. The best way to make this belief a permanent part of your life is to affirm it consistently. Start each day by repeating the affirmation, "The universe is my source, and there is an unlimited supply of wealth available to me." As you repeat these words, feel them deeply in your body. Trust that the universe is abundant and has more than enough for you. When you notice yourself slipping into fear-based thoughts about lack or limitation, immediately counteract them with this affirmation. The more you make this belief a core part of your thinking, the more you will begin to notice that the flow of wealth becomes more effortless, more natural, and more abundant. The law of expectancy is all about believing that your desires are already on their way to you. To make this a daily habit, expect wealth in all of your interactions, decisions, and actions. Every time you touch money, whether it's receiving your paycheck, spending on something, or paying bills, expect it to flow easily and effortlessly. Trust that the universe is always providing, and know that wealth is always available to you. You can also start the day by saying, "I expect wealth to flow to me effortlessly." As you carry this expectation throughout the day, you will notice that opportunities for wealth and prosperity begin to show up in unexpected places. When you expect something, you begin to recognize it when it appears, and you act on it with confidence. Gratitude is the magnet for more, and it's essential that you integrate this principle into your daily life. Every time you receive money, whether it's in large or small amounts, express gratitude. Saying thank you for what you have creates an energetic space for more to flow into your life. One of the best ways to apply the law of gratitude is to start your day with thanks. Acknowledge the wealth you already have, even if it's not exactly what you want yet. Be thankful for the opportunities you currently have, the money you've already earned, and the support you've received. The more you focus on what you have in a state of gratitude, the more you'll attract to yourself. The affirmation for this law is simple. I am grateful for the wealth in my life, and more is coming. Repeat this affirmation as often as you can throughout the day, especially when handling money, and you will find yourself attracting more opportunities and financial growth. The law of divine timing reminds us that everything happens at the perfect moment. Wealth doesn't always come when we want it, but it always comes when we are ready for it. To integrate this law into your life, it's important to release the need to control the timing of your financial manifestations. Trust that the universe is bringing you exactly what you need when you need it. You can begin each day by affirming, "I trust divine timing, and wealth flows to me at the perfect moment." When impatience creeps in, remind yourself that everything is unfolding perfectly, and that your wealth is coming to you at just the right time. Now that we've explored how to integrate these divine laws into your daily life, here are some practical tips for creating long-term financial success. Morning affirmations. Start each day with an affirmation that sets the tone for abundance. Repeat affirmations for the law of circulation, supply, expectancy, gratitude, and divine timing. Gratitude journal. Keep a gratitude journal where you record the money and wealth you are grateful for each day. This simple practice helps you focus on what you already have and keeps you aligned with abundance. Visualize abundance. Take a few minutes every day to visualize your financial goals. Picture yourself living in abundance, with money flowing easily into your life. Visualizing success helps you stay focused and aligned with your desires. Circulate wealth. Practice circulating your wealth by spending with gratitude, investing in opportunities, and donating to causes that matter to you. Every act of circulation aligns you with the flow of abundance. Release control. Practice trusting the process and releasing any attachment to how or when wealth will arrive. Trust that the universe is working on your behalf and that your financial breakthroughs are already in the process of manifesting. Are you ready to make this a permanent part of your life? Comment below. I am committed to manifesting my divine wealth. Let's make this commitment together and embrace the flow of abundance that is available to us at all times. Remember, these divine laws work in perfect harmony. When you commit to practicing them daily, you will create a strong foundation for lasting financial success. Keep the faith, trust the process, and watch as your life transforms into a reflection of the wealth and prosperity you are meant to experience. As we come to the end of this transformational journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the powerful impact of the affirmation. I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. This simple yet profound statement is not just a daily affirmation, it is the key that unlocks the door to lasting prosperity. By declaring abundance, you are taking control of your financial destiny and aligning your thoughts, energy, and actions with the divine flow of wealth. Remember, wealth is not solely about external effort. It's about aligning with the divine laws of prosperity and trusting in the unlimited flow that the universe has in store for you. It's about knowing that abundance is your birthright and that the universe is always supporting you in your journey toward financial freedom. The laws we've discussed, circulation, supply, expectancy, gratitude, and divine timing, are not just theoretical concepts, they are universal principles that work in perfect harmony to create the life of abundance you desire. By using the affirmation consistently and embracing these divine principles, you align yourself with the natural flow of wealth. You begin to trust that everything is happening exactly as it should. When you operate from a place of faith, trust, and abundance, wealth begins to manifest in your life effortlessly. This journey is about more than just money. It's about transforming your mindset and realizing that you are worthy of everything the universe has to offer. The flow of wealth is not something to chase. It is something that already exists within you. When you trust the divine timing, give freely, expect with confidence, and remain grateful, the doors to infinite wealth and abundance will open wide before you. I offer this final blessing for your continued growth in wealth and abundance. May you always know your worthiness and trust that the universe supports your every desire. May your heart and mind be open to receive the abundant blessings that are already on their way to you. May you walk with confidence, knowing that you are a master of your thoughts and that wealth flows to you effortlessly as you align with the divine flow. May each step you take bring you closer to the financial freedom you seek, and may you always be surrounded by opportunities for growth and success. Trust in the process, and trust that the universe is always guiding you toward your highest good. Wealth is your divine inheritance, and it is your right to receive it with gratitude and grace. As we close this chapter, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below with your favorite law from today's video and how it's transforming your wealth journey. Let us continue to support each other as we step into a future of limitless abundance. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more transformational teachings that will continue to empower you to manifest the life you deserve. The universe is always working on your behalf. Stay open, stay grateful, and let the flow of wealth continue to bless your life. You are worthy of abundance, and the universe is waiting to deliver it to you.